Your boy West Coast. We are in a building. Having my post-game dinner with the fam. And we live, man. Let's do this reaction show, man. What's up with y'all? What's up with y'all? It is your boy West Coast, man. Don't trip. I'm just as irritated as you. What's up with y'all on YouTube? Shout out to everybody on YouTube. Hey, this ain't gonna be long because I'm about to eat. But what's up with you, Miss Sarah? What's up with you, Tracy, Cynthia, Naomi, DC girl? What's up with you? What up with you, Miss? She says, what up, West Coast? Maddox, what up with you? Maddox, don't be tagging me in no post talking about your boy not looking good. Boy, my new boy is Tyron Christensen, number 5, and he didn't even play today. They said he moved him to wide receiver, so I'm retarded. You know what I'm saying? Brenda, how you doing? Cynthia says, who won? 24 look good. Hey, what up with you, Justin? Samuel says, my man, West Coast, what up with you? Tracy, how you doing? Chris, how you doing? How you doing, Miss Wilson? How you doing, Sam? Hey, man, I need y'all all to say what's up to Miss Wilson. Her son had that ridiculous interception today. Shout out to my boy 3-7 out there doing his thing. Had him at the safety. I'm going to just say, man, out of all the rookies that played today, 3-7 was by far the best rookie that played today in this rookie class. Tristan Hill looked decent. Didn't really get any pressures or anything like that. But if I had to say who stole the show as far as rookies today that we drafted, by far it'd be my boy Donovan Wilson. Did a really good job. They brought him up in the box. Did a really good job of containment. And then he did, most importantly, man, when the ball got bobbled and the ball went everywhere it wasn't supposed to, guess what? It ended up in his hands. And as a safety in the NFL, that is your job. Like, that's your job. If you go look at Earl Thomas, most of the interceptions Earl Thomas gets is off of some weird stuff that happens. But guess what? Being a safety in the NFL, you got to be able to be there and be available for when that weird stuff happens so you can get your hands on the ball. So shout out to my boy Wilson, D. Wilson. Had himself a day. Good, so everybody salute her. You know what I'm saying? That definitely had to have been pretty dope to see her son out there, first time ever playing in this NFL game, and to get an interception. So make sure you guys salute her. And that's another reason why I tell you guys we don't say words like people are trash, people are suck, and all that other stuff. Why? Because you never know when they parents, relatives, and people they love are watching this show. You know what I'm saying? So anytime someone trusts me to provide them information, especially parents, player parents, and family, we always want to show them utmost respect. But yo, let's get into this. Let's get right into this, what we came to do. Marcy, how you doing, Scout? How you doing? Jackie from El Paso, salute to you. Dwayne Double D Dixon, what up? The red zone has me concerned. Justin says, Tristan Hill was disappointed for it. We ain't gonna say he's a disappointment. It was only it was his first game ever in the NFL. He just didn't seize his opportunities like others did. Go ahead, Jordan. So let's get on to this. I'm gonna do my second half. Kind of like my second half thoughts, and then I'm gonna give you guys my whole game thoughts, and then I'm gonna eat something, and then I'm gonna wake up in the morning with a new attitude and do a whole show. It's gonna be all positivity. Well, it depends on how I sleep in this bed tonight. All right, so let's start off. Let's finish this off with these quarterbacks. Cooper Rush started the second quarter. Started the second half to start off. Cooper Rush needs to throw the ball better. Like, he just needs to throw the ball better. Like, the actual trajectory of the ball needs to be better. You know what I'm saying? And I want to get into Mike White, but we can talk to Mike White in a little bit. But he needs to throw the ball better. I think the reason why I'm saying Mike White, not Mike White, but Cooper Rush needs to throw the ball better is because he had the closest thing to a starting offense on the Dallas Cowboys. And there were times where he just could not get the ball there. You know what I'm saying? There was times where, like, the ball, like, there was 2 times, man, where the wide receiver was just, like, did really, really good. And then the ball just goes flying over his head. Like, shout out to that 49er cheerleader who caught the ball and then safely pop her in the head. Because it was all over the place, man. And let's just go ahead and talk about Mike White, too. I'm not going to shade too much on Mike White simply because Mike White played with a combination of 3s and 4s on the offensive line. Like, literally, he played with a combinations of 3s and 4s. The exact same thing they did with him last year. And my thing is this: Mike White is not at his development to be able to play over that. He did not look confident in the pocket at any time. He didn't look like he was comfortable in the pocket at any time. And then most importantly, man, Mike White still did the exact same thing that he was doing at training camp, and that is throwing 4 or 5 yard passes. I just do not get it. Like, I don't get it. Like that's not even Mike White's game. If you go look at his career, you go look at him in college, man, he was an out the pocket rolling type of dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I was so scared when they started doing all these roll out plays and stuff like that, because I'm like, how the heck Cooper Rush gonna do that? That's not his game. But I thought for sure Mike White would be okay with it. Take off, do something. It just wasn't there, man. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, bruh, if something happens to DAK, man, you need to be concerned. If there's nothing that we walk out of this game thinking, that is this, and that is, if something happens to DAK, we are going to be in an issue.
Yes, it is.
Like, for real. Like, if something happens to Dak, we're going to be in an issue. What?
Jordan needs to check.
Just go in. Huh? All right, let's move. All right, we got to move. Hold up.
Somewhere where you
Grab it for me. All right, so we got to move. Hold up. Jordan, you forgot your pen. You forgot your ostrich pen. Jordan, you forgot your pen. Huh? Yeah, as long as Jasmine get it, she know what I like. All right, yeah. All right, so let me stick to. I got notes, y'all. I didn't have no paper. I got toilet paper though. Don't trip. Hey, the toilet paper in San Francisco is strong because I was able to make two pages of notes on this toilet paper. So shout out to San Francisco with a strong toilet paper. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. D. Wilson interception, great job. Did a really good job of keeping himself around. Cooper Rush, Mike White, both them dudes hold the ball absolutely way too long. Like, they absolutely hold the ball way too long. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. Like, with this offensive line, that we have, comprised of a gang of backups, this is not the offensive line that you want to be holding the ball for a long time. What's up with you, man? Like, this is not that offensive line that you want to be holding the ball on. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't get that ball out of your hands, you're going to get sacked, bruh. You're going to get sacked. You know what I'm saying? What I want to see Mike White do is just get the ball out, bruh. Get it out. Like, the thing that irritates me about this game is the quarterback play was so bad that you really couldn't even get a look at the wide receivers. Like, yeah, I'm going to shout out my boy Cedric because he has some really good plays. My boy John Vay, 81, I ain't gonna lie, we was kind of on bad terms to start the game out because you had them drops. You know, we don't do that. We just don't do that. You know what I'm saying? But you had the two little bingers. You know what I'm saying? But then you came back and made up on the plays. That third down drop was kind of big though. You know what I'm saying? But you did your best to make up for it. That's what I'm liking that. But okay, number 40, my boy Weber. My boy Weber, I gotta hit his sister up and ask him how they say his last name. But my boy Weber, I told y'all on my first video at halftime. What did I tell you guys? I told you guys if he just puts his foot down, decide where he's gonna go, he's gonna have a play just like he had in the blue and white game, and that's exactly what happened. My boy Mike put his foot in the ground, cut out all that bouncing and bumping, and guess what? Was able to cut that ball back and have himself a nice play. So shout out to him, my boy Weaver, for doing that. Devin Smith looked good. Devin Smith is also a senior. Like, Devin Smith, Devin Smith is not a rookie. Like, this is a dude who's a former second-round pick. So this is a guy who came in the league with some clout, came up with some skill set. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just happy to see him get back to kind of where he is. You know what I'm saying? Because Devin Smith is a guy that, you know, in individual routes, he's not going to look super fast. He's like a Michael Crabtree guy, where he don't look fast, but he's really smart and he get out there and play well. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to my boy Devin Smith for out there doing his thing. My boy Bob is saying Devin Smith and Cedric Wilson move up on the depth charts. I don't know if they move up on the depth charts as of right now. I still think because of the money and everything that's involved, that you're still gonna have a guy like Tavon Austin. And then also, like, I'm not trying to give him too much love, but my boy John Vay Johnson, man, they like him and they kept giving him the opportunity to do it. But I can definitely see my boy Devin. Smith moving up in the next game and seeing what they can do. But to be honest with you, man, I want to see Devin let him get some balls from Dak. You know what I'm saying? Or let him get that offensive line. If we don't get Dak, at least let him get that offensive line that Dak had, because it was way better than what they had. And I'm gonna tell you guys right now, if we don't get some type of like continuity on that offensive line, you're not gonna really know what you have in a backup quarterback. Why? Because they're all gonna look bad. This is simple. They're all gonna look bad. So we need to figure something out with these backup quarterbacks, man. My boy number 5 did not play. If we're talking about backup quarterbacks, somebody was hitting me up like, West Coast, I thought Mike White was your boy, trying to put that all on me. I'm like, nah, bro, that was 2018. This is a whole nother year, bro. What the heck you mean? Like, that Mike White, that's my homie, but that ain't my boy, yeah, number 3. Because I was rocking for him real big last year. But yeah, I've been told y'all I'm a number 5 guy. They just, 5 guys. You know what I'm saying? But Ricky says, I like what I saw from Tesco, TSO, you mean Taco? I'm playing with you. Taco looked good. Taco looked improved. One thing I like about Taco is I didn't see Taco on the ground a lot. And last year we saw Taco on the ground a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like he would just get 1 block, 2 block, and now he's on the ground. You know what I'm saying? Taco did a really good job of keeping himself active. Someone I will say that moved themselves up, Bob. Hey, what up with you, Bob? Bob, I will tell you this. Someone who did move himself up that depth chart, regardless of what happened, number 92, Dorrance Armstrong. That young man is balling. That young man is balling. 92 is going to play a lot this year. 92 is going to play a lot this year. Okay, let me get back to my notes. My boy number 33, Mike Jackson. I'm going to keep it real with y'all. I love his name. I love the fact that he's from Miami, but he not ready. He got a problem with speed. He got a problem with speed like truck drivers. You know what I'm saying? Like he just, when the wide receiver had him beat 4 yards into the route. Like 4 yards into the route, he had him beat. Like 4 yards. I'm going to tell you guys right now, in football, if a wide receiver is running stride for stride with a cornerback, the cornerback's beat. Period. Why? Because one's playing the ball and one's playing the player. You know what I'm saying? So my biggest thing with 3-3, man, is he has a hard time playing speed. And it's been consistent. Like the same thing that them boys was out there doing to him in training practice was the exact same thing that happened today. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, maybe I don't want to put him in a slot. Why? Because they're more elusive in the slot. I just think he just needs more reps. That's just my opinion. I don't think I don't like using adjectives like bum and suck and all that stuff. I don't like saying that stuff. But he needs more reps. And I've been saying that. I think I've been consistently with saying that. My boy number 43, I'm going to have to Google and figure out who you is, number 48. Somebody tell me who number 43. No, number 45. Number 45 did not have a good game. And I'm not going to say his name. But 45 was not having a good game. He gave up the touchdown, went right over his head, and then he had the other big play. Like they're just like one thing. I love Chris Richard because he teaches these kids to be more aggressive. But boy, teach them how to turn their dang head around. Like whose job is that? Whose job is it to teach these guys to literally turn their head around? Just turn around. Just turn around. That's the only thing our DBs need to do. Like if we could just go a whole week of just practicing, just turn your head around, that would be so much improved. Just turn your head around. That's it. Raymond says, pal. He says, Bob Heck says, yeah, reps will get 33 better. I believe so too. But all that talk about him being a starting corner, nah, him not ready. What up with you, Jamez? Hey, what up with you, Mez? You a scout, man. Let me know something that you saw in this game. Bob Heck, you a scout. Let me know something you saw in this game. Dwayne Yaz, what up with you, man? You a scout. Let me know what you saw in this game so we can talk about it for a little bit. Mark says Mayer scares me. He's not consistent. Mayer has been scaring me. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Anytime you have a kicker who is 80% on a season, bruh, 80%, like the only put my on. I do, but I want on a container, on a tray. Just extra though. So that's not actually, and I apologize. 43 did actually play well. It was 45. I got that. I actually wrote that down too. See, right? All right. So yeah. So somebody said 43. 43 was doing. He was doing his 3. 45 was all over the place, man. Hey, somebody give me a name on 45 because he was all over the place. And yeah. He got beat on the touchdown. Then he gave up the big pen. And then he got beat again, but the penalty saved him. Like, the penalty saved him. Tristan Hill put in work. Tristan Hill did his thing, but I mean, you know, Tristan Hill, like, I'm going to keep it real with you guys. I don't see anybody that we drafted this year being ready to start.
I think that's yours.
Like, I'm just, 56 did play well. I don't see anybody that we drafted this year starting. That's okay because they all rookies. But I don't think any of our rookies should start.
Oh, you don't want to trade?
We're going to have the same starting offense from last year. Yeah.
Jordan.
My boy Jordan says Joe Jackson and Jalen Jokes fast, like how they played. Joe Jackson did play well. I didn't see Jalen as much. I'm gonna look at him more in this next game. Next week, I didn't watch him as much. I got the film, so I'll look at him. But I'm just saying, you know, I'm gonna keep it real. Some of y'all with the TV had a better view than I did because in the stands you can't see absolutely everything, and then y'all get replay, which I don't get. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. Those are just some people I said. 45. Mike White hold that ball way too damn long. Way too long. He hold that ball way too long. Way too long. Jokes, okay. My boy Bob Hep said that he looked okay. Okay, I'll take a look at him. Andrew Dowell. You can tell he just looked at like, at first time when I first saw him, I was like, why is Rod Smith on defense? Then I realized that was not Rod Smith, and that was actually what happened to the lettuce and tomatoes?
I don't know why they didn't put that on there.
Can you actually put lettuce and tomatoes? But okay, Brandon says Mike White is trash when his first read isn't open. Hey, I'm gonna tell you guys something, right? I have a ton of people's families and family members and people who are associated to players who trust me and watch my show. So there's certain adjectives we don't use, like trash, garbage, suck. We don't use that. I mean, anyway, anybody that's in the NFL isn't suck. They're trash. They may not be as good as a starter, but they've made it to the NFL. So let's show them the respect of not doing that. And to be honest with you, there was a lot of factors in Mike White not playing good, like that offensive line not playing good at all. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I wrote that on my first week, let me find my other notes. Well, that's $2. That ain't no notes. Let me see. Matter of fact, hold up. Where my other notes at? But I'm gonna show you. I told y'all. I said on my first thing. I said, "Yo, two things that I noticed that were very noticeable. One, play calling was vanilla in the mug. Red zone. I'm praying that was the whole thing, that they didn't want to show nothing new. Because remember, I told y'all I didn't want to see nothing new. So I gotta be happy that we didn't show nothing new. So if we would have scored a touchdown, maybe that would have been the Dallas Cowboys showing some new stuff. Because for the most part, man, it was the same vanilla offense from last year. And guess what? Play calling was not good. Like, let's just be real. Play calling as a whole, because you got to think like this. These players are getting judged. These coaches are getting judged too. You know what I'm saying? Like, these coaches are getting judged too. And I'm going to be honest with you. Yeah.
Oh.
Got 160 people in it. And I'm going to tell y'all, the play calling was, why would you think I'd be able to just talking on the phone?
Yeah.
But yeah, the play calling was it was very stagnant, man. And then guess what? I saw that infamous 4th and 1 play where they have Noah Brown all the way in the end and move him in. The only difference is they did it with John V. Johnson. That's the only difference. It's the only difference. It's the only difference. Everett says that left tackle at the end of the game was horrible. Horrible is okay. Horrible is okay. You can use that word. 84 played pretty decent until he dropped the ball on the missed block on the 4th and 1. Yeah. And then some of them passes that he was throwing, like, man, you could just tell that they were just like, get it out of my hand because I'm about to get sack passes. And it's like, that's why I kept on harping and screaming that, yo, That's what I was saying earlier. Like, that's the importance of having a solid offensive line, backups. Why? So that you can get look from the other guys. But if your offensive line is getting killed, how's your quarterback going to be able to throw the ball? How's he going to be able to do anything? Like, that's the exact same thing I said about Mike Weaver. I had a guy in here talking about Mike Weaver's trash. And this is exactly what I said. I said if the offensive line blocks for him, and if he hits the hole with integrity, I guarantee you he's going to put his foot in the ground and turn it around and go the opposite way. And that's exactly what he did. That's exactly what he did. Exactly what he did. You know what I'm saying? So, right now, in our starting class, Donovan Wilson and the two backs are the only ones. I mean, Tristan Hill, yeah, but Tristan Hill's not beating out Antoine Woods. He's not beating out 50. He's not beating out 51. Kerry Hyder. He's not beating him out. Like Tristan Hill's not beating 51 out. He's not beating Antoine Woods out. He's not beating 51 out. He's not beating who else? Malik Collins out. He's not beating them guys out. That's not happening this year. So don't be mad when Tristan Hill plays a lot of this year, you know, in a backup role, which he should be. He's a second-round pick and he's a rookie. My boy Edward says no pressure today. I do want to disagree with you just a little bit, Edward. You knew, but I'm going to disagree with you because 58 did get some pressure. We just weren't getting there. We didn't get there.
Couldn't handle the pass and couldn't stop the run. Couldn't handle the pass and couldn't stop the run.
Couldn't. That's what my mama said. Lucky said, oh. That drip was sponsored by The Habit. It's a good burger. Lucky Johnson says that Kayvon Frazier might get cut. I'm going to tell you this. Donovan Wilson keeps on making plays. If he keeps on finding ways to get on the field and make plays, somebody, one of your favorite players is going to get cut in that secondary. You know what I'm saying? Because a guy like George Aloka, I mean, he was everywhere, but he wasn't making it. He wasn't like sticking his neck in there and putting his nose in there and stuff. Another thing I also liked about Wilson too is on the one play when the guy catches the ball, he still runs up there and taps the dude. I'm gonna tell you why that's important. Because in college, you're down when you hit the ground. In the NFL, when you hit the ground, you can pop back up and take off running. And you know what I like about him? Is his mind recognized that. A lot of times, kids will still have college moments and just be standing there, and guess what? The wide receiver who's been in the NFL will get up and take off running. But he recognized that, ran up, and still put his hands on him. So I like that. And I love 35. Kayvon Frazier. Y'all know Kayvon Frazier was one of the first people to ever show me some love. But yeah, man, like, bruh, you can't be known for being a sure tackle and then give up a tackle on a guy wearing number 1. That dude was the size of my daughter, just taller. Like, for real. Like, have you ever seen a football player when his pads, his uniform is loose because they ain't got enough weight? Like, that's the guy who scored on him. Like, that's ridiculous. Like, that's just being real. Clay says, thoughts on Jordan Lewis? I think Jordan Lewis balled, man. I think Jordan Lewis does what he always does. Jordan Lewis is a starting corner in the NFL. The Dallas Cowboys just choose not to start him. But he is a starting corner in the NFL. Coming into the NFL, he was rated as the best coverage corner in the draft. But remember, he had the little situation with the misdemeanor that got threw out. You know what I'm saying? So he was already rated, so he's just getting his opportunities. Mark says he's glad that we kept Jarwin. After he catches the ball, he runs hard for extra yardage. Absolutely. That's why I told y'all. I'm going to keep it 100 with you. If Jarwin keeps on doing what he's doing, I'm going to really need to ask Jason Witten how much of that $2 million he need. That's all I'm saying. Because if he don't need all 2 of it, he might have to come down off because, bruh, Jason Witten, I don't need you to coach Jarwin. You know what I'm saying? Jarwin look like he doing what he doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, to be honest with you, Jarwin got them thinking like, well, damn, why we give Jason Witten $2 million? You know what I'm saying? Because he's actually catching the ball and getting upfield. Now, don't get me wrong. He gonna have his moments. Jay Witt gonna have his moments. But I want to know, at the end of the year, is those moments going to count, is it going to add up to $2 million worth of moments? That's what I want to know. Because if it don't add up to $2 million worth of bonus, we will have essentially just overpaid. You know what I'm saying? So that's all my thing with Jason Witten. Like, I love Jack, I love Jason Witten, but I want to know is what he's going to bring to this team going to add up to $2 million? And then also, am I going to have to take Schultz off the field so that Witten can be on the field? If I'm going 4 wide against 4 DBs, there's no way in heck I'm putting Jason Witten on the field. Not doing it. Not doing it. Not doing it. I'm not doing it. Jay Glass says, you think Jay Lewis can be a nickel or a DB or the island a number 1 DB? Well, you got to remember in our defense, we have 3 corners on the field damn near at all times. If we don't have 3 corners, we have 3 linebackers. And if you guys even saw, there was a time where Joe Thomas came off. Joe Thomas and Jordan Lewis, they vacillate. They go back and forth. So when we don't have 3 corners, we have 3 linebackers. We have 2 linebackers. We have 3 linebackers. We have 3 corners. So you know, as long as he's in that 3, that's the only thing that matters to me. I mean, and Byron Jones is still pretty good. I just don't want to pay him because playing cornerback, I don't see it's fair. You know, that I got interceptions when I played. He don't get no interceptions and he getting paid. I just don't think that's fair. I'm just playing with y'all, but I'm just saying, before I pay somebody $14 million, you got to get interceptions. You got to get interceptions.
They're paying you to get them.
What do you say? What my mom
They're
said?
paying you to get them. You get paid to get interceptions.
What they doing, Mom?
He getting paid to get interceptions.
That's what I'm talking about. You know why she think that way? Because she see her son play corner, and she know that you ain't no good corner unless you actually getting interceptions. Like, everybody is a corner. But then you got corners that get interceptions. It's totally different. Like, they're paying you. When they're paying you that type of money, they're paying you to get your hands on the ball. And think about this. Our offense, I'm sorry, again, only scored, 9 points? So that means this, that you're going to have to help, the defense is going to have to help these guys get the ball back. How do you help get the ball back? By getting your hand on the ball. That's real. Cheeto had a flash play. Cheeto had a really good flash play. I'll take that from him. I wish he would have played more. But he had a good flash play. And Cheeto was the type of dude that always be getting dinged up and hurt. So when he starts playing, let him play so that hip and that thigh, whatever it is, can get warmed up and keep it going. You know what I'm talking about? My boy says, facts, I'm not paying Byron Jones over $14 million. I'll gladly take a comp pick for you. Thank you, bruh. Thank you. I'm not paying somebody $14 million for good coverage. Slap yourself. Like, y'all don't even want to play Zeke. Y'all don't even want to play Zeke.
Right.
But you want to pay Byron Jones $14 million. He don't even get intercepted.
Both teams. I'm like TJ, now slap yourself twice.
Yeah, I'm on to slap yourself. I can't do that.
Twice. Down down.
Samuel says, yeah, we got to do better. I agree. First, second, and third team, we should all be scoring regardless. Thank you. Because this is the thing that always irritates me when people say it's just preseason game. Well, guess what? The 49ers did it.
Right.
Both teams didn't.
You can do in a pinch.
Thank you.
Okay.
Because guess what? In life, you don't get these opportunities. You don't get the same. Because think about this. You know, who do you think is going to play harder? Someone trying to make the team or someone trying to get paid? I think somebody's trying to make the team. Why? Because if you don't make the team, you don't get paid.
Right. That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if you're not playing hard now, then what are you going to do when I'm paying you?
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are you going to do? And then you got to think like this. We already have a starting 22. So everybody that's going to be coming in is going to be coming in as a backup. When you come in as a backup, you can't get warmed up. That's just the life. Like,
Stay warm.
you got, there you go. Yeah, that's exactly. Like my mom said. You just got to be ready. You know what I'm saying? Because you may only get 2 snaps, 3 snaps. It can't take you 4 or 5 plays to get ready and you a backup. Like, come on, bro, we ain't got that time. Like, life is too short. Jesus come back before all that happened. Jamal says, it's hard to score when our play calling in the red zone is predictable. You know what, Jamal? Coach Taylor, you said it, not me. Hey, we got a new offensive coordinator, remember? I'm trying to be positive. I wrote it down, but I told myself I wasn't going to talk about it because I wanted to talk about it after week 2. But you brought it up, Coach. You know what I think? I think Kellen Moore got the job, but Jason Garrett still got the final decision. Something. Like the thing that pissed me off is like this: Kellen Moore coached the All-Star, the Pro Bowl game. The offense looked better then in the goddamn Pro Bowl. He was throwing seam routes to the tight ends. We didn't even do none of that. Like, come on, man. We didn't do none of that. Ruben says backup quarterbacks need help. You know, they need help.
Backup quarterbacks are help.
They ought to help, but they need help.
That was good.
It was. That food was so good. So fresh.
Yeah, man. None of them rookies starting this year. And it's cool, but none of them starting. And all that and you know what? All that disrespectful stuff y'all saying about Zeke. Just when you go to bed tonight, ask the Lord for forgiveness. We ain't gonna blame it. We ain't gonna count it to your head.
We need Zeke. We
Yeah,
need
I
Zeke.
think we would have did better today if we had one.
Yeah, we do. We do.
Were you asking me something?
Samuel says, if Dak gets hurt, I'm gonna be honest with you, with these backup quarterbacks, if Dak goes down, man,
We are SOL.
yeah, we SOL. Like my mama said, we sick out of luck. We out of luck. And to be honest with you, if that anything right there, I'm gonna tell you right now, if I'm Dak, I'm not showing up to practice tomorrow. They be looking at me like, where's Dak coming at? They be calling me on my phone like, what up with you, Dak? I be like, what up with my contract? They be like, what you mean? They be like, what you mean? Did you see Cooper Rush and Mike White play last night?
Yeah, we need Cooper.
Did you see him?
We need Zeke.
Did you see how they played? Yeah, I think I got a little leverage. How about y'all gonna make Mike White your starting quarterback or Cooper Rush your starting quarterback? If I'm Dak, I'm telling them that straight up. Like, yeah, bruh, if you can't get me a deal, I'm cool. Because that offensive line, bro, them offensive line, them dudes is getting killed.
They are.
And then you want me to go out there for $700,000 on a regular contract, $2 million on an NFL bonus? Like, come on, man. I'm not doing that. I'm not. If I'm Zeke, if I'm Dak, I ain't doing that. Especially after these dudes did not play good, I'm definitely walking in Jerry Jones' office like, yo, bro, I need my money, man. And he gonna be like, no, Dak, we gotta wait. I'm gonna be like, all right, don't trip. Don't even trip. Go ahead and play Mike White and Cooper Rush. Holler at me in 2 weeks.
You get ice cream.
You know what I'm saying?
From where?
I think it's free. Oh, you got
Oh, dog?
Melvin says we don't have a plug-and-play system. I think it's going to be a long season. We rely too much on individual players and not on coaching. I mean, that's very true, but we do have very good players. We are a very system-based team where it's very hard for another person to come in and on the offense. You know what I'm saying? The defense, I 100% think it's plug and play because that's all they do is plug and play. And think about this, the defense was still consistently doing good today. It was just you had individual plays from players that were allowing, stuff to get through. But as far as an individual unit, I think the defense played well today. But if I'm Dak, Jerry Jones would walk into his office and I'd be sitting at his desk with my feet up. Like, what up, bro? Sit down, Jerry. Take a load off. Let me start this film for you real quick. I'm gonna show you something real quick. That's what I'm doing to Jerry. But I'm gonna tell you guys, the rookie running backs, I'm not disappointed in them because I've been at training camp every day, except for 2. And I told you guys that they were using Tony Pollard to try to get a better deal with Zeke. Because they were not using him at practice. They're saying Tony's going to be the starter, and he's going to be bussing, and he's going to be doing this. He barely played. You want to know why? Because he barely plays in practice. In practice, they use Tony Pollard like a back coming out the red zone, out of the offensive backfield, and he's catching the ball. I told y'all what 4 days in a row leading up to this. That's not how they really use him. But if y'all want to believe the hype, you want to believe the national media, because that's what they need. Because they need Zeke to know that, oh my God, Tony Pollard's in here killing it. He's gonna come back crawling, begging for his job back. Slap yourself. Slap yourself. I have my way right now. Zeke is your starting running back. Mike Weaver is your backup running back, and Tony Pollard is your flex back. That's what I'm doing. Because Weaver showed me that he could tote that. He definitely showed me that he could tote that ball in between them tackles and guards, and because that's where we want to run at. That's what we want to run at.
So late.
But my boy Devin says our defense will carry this team. We need Zeke. We do. We need a good backup quarterback, and I'm gonna tell you guys right now. Whenever you start saying that you need a good backup quarterback, I ain't gonna say nothing happens to your quarterback, but I'm just saying we need a backup quarterback. Like, we need a backup quarterback, and we need a backup quarterback that freaking makes sense, not a project. Like, your backup quarterback can't be a project in a year that you're trying to go to the Super Bowl. Because what if your starter goes down? Your whole season's done. I just, Alfred Morris didn't play. I know you probably seen a number 23, but that was on defense. He didn't play this week. Ricky says, I swear if we already talked negative about our season after one preseason game, slap yourself better yet come here so I can slap you. I mean, honestly, you can talk negative about this game because we played this game. You know what I'm saying? You can play this game, and you got to remember, like, I'm not a type of person that's just going to overlook a bunch of, like, mistakes and be like, oh, it's going to actually naturally get fixed when our starting offense gets in there. Because guess what? We didn't look good in preseason last year, and we started the first season of the games 3-5. So, I have faith in my team too, but I have reality, and I take my reality and I sprinkle faith over it. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't want to, I'm not speaking doom and gloom, but I'm just speaking as in fact of this game. And I'm going to be honest with you, going out there to practice consecutively, being out there, putting gas in my car and going there, and then to see them not do stuff that I see them in practice doing, that was a little disheartening. I'm not going to lie to you. Like, that was a little disheartening. I feel you. Ricky Starbreezer says, people saying our season is going to be long because of this game. Well,
that was just one game.
Yeah, but then you say there's going to be a hope that this could be our starting offense if we don't sign Zeke. So, just think about this. If we don't sign Zeke, that is your starting offense. The only difference is Tyron Smith plays and Zach Martin plays. That's it. First team looked, I'm going to be honest with you, first team didn't look good either. I'm going to be honest with you, because my thing is this. Did your first team go down? Your first team looked like the first team from last year. They went down and kicked a field goal. If that is your consideration of looking good, then okay, they look good. But what they really look like is they look like they could go 60 yards and stall. That's what they did. That's what I saw from my Austins. And I'm tired. Everybody that keeps on saying it's preseason, then this is what you do. Get off my show right now and come back in 4 weeks. Because this is what we're going to be talking about every day. We take every game each week. That's why I drove 600 miles to get here to this game. If I didn't think this wasn't a game important, I wouldn't have used all my gas to come out here to this game. So remember that. You know what I'm saying? When you're telling me that it's just a preseason game. No duh. I'm the one who paid to go to the game. You know what I'm saying? So, what I'm saying is, look at this game for what it is, and guess what? If we're comparing from our offense from last season and then this season, there was some similarities today. That's what I'm saying. And guess what? You're right. There was no Cooper, but Amari Cooper has a bruised heel. So am I to think that his bruised heel is going to automatically heal week 1? Remember, you guys, I believe in reality. I trust it. I have faith, but I also have reality. I take reality and I take faith and I sprinkle a little faith over it. But I will never take faith and sprinkle reality over it. No, you need to have more reality of what you're actually physically seeing. And that's real. Melvin says, I'm just hoping Amari Cooper will open up the offense a little bit. He will, but what's going to open up the running game? Is Amari Cooper not going to catch 15, 16 passes a game now? Because you got to remember, Amari Cooper was our savior while Zeke was still averaging 117 yards. So he wasn't our savior, and Zeke was only getting like 60, 70 yards. He was still he was doing all this stuff while Zeke was getting 116, 120 yards. So what happens when you don't have that, and now you're depending on Cooper? Like, come on. And week 1 is like 3 weeks away. Red zone efficiency, and this thing about this, the red zone has nothing to do with the players. Bruh, let us see some better play calling. Like, because at the end of the day, everybody in that 3rd and 4th team is different from last year. So why did they look similar? That's what I'm saying. If two people who don't know each other, they shouldn't have similarities. So what was similar? Why did we have the same similar problems in a loss? Tell me. Rushing was low. Passing was low. Third down completion was horrible. So this was like, honestly, yes, you're absolutely right. This was a preseason game, but we lost this game the same way we lose every game that we lose. Like the same 5 things happen in every loss. Bad play calling, horrible on 3rd down, no running attack at all. You know what I'm saying? Those are the same things that happen. So, you know, I mean, we can hope, and, you know, we can just be like, you know, it's preseason, and then when the regular season comes, you just be like, it's week 1. You know what I'm talking about? Like, no, push you. If you want the problem to fix, you start now. You don't say that week 1 coming is going to be the savior for our season. That's not even what Jason Garrett. You know what they're going to do? They're going to get back. They're going to break this film down. They're going to look at this film, try to see what they can improve in. We gotta get back. We gotta get another backup quarterback though. I'm gonna be 100 with you. We got to, because if Dak goes down, there's no way they can feel confident in Cooper Rush or Mike White. Cooper Rush is on a 1-year deal, so I don't see what the problem is. And then Mike White is a 5th round pick who you probably should have drafted. 100. Why? Because you already had Dak. You know what I'm saying? Jake says, yeah, we call the same call while show is off in the first week. Yeah, we call the same calls. I'm going to tell you why you call some of the good plays is because you got to, if you're calling the same bad plays, how does that benefit someone trying to make your team? How are they going to show their strengths in some bad play calling? That doesn't make any sense. Anything that you do should still be conducive to you being able to put good film out so that you can take that film and watch it. Because the worst thing you want to be able to be like, man, the offensive line was so bad we couldn't even really get a look at what we were doing. Corey, I'm gonna read 2 more comments and I'm up out of here, y'all. Courtney says, hey Wes, we need to bring in Eric Berry. He will be cheaper now because Heath and I will look bad this game. Don't worry about this injury issue. No, I'm not bringing in Eric Berry. No, I'm not bringing in anybody who ain't been in camp for the last couple weeks. I'll put Donovan Wilson back there first. Nope, because I don't even know Eric Berry. I don't even know he could get out there and start boo-booing around in circles. You know what I'm saying? I don't know him, and then he gotta come in and be good 2 days before. We already in training camp. I don't even know if he's in shape. You know what I'm saying? I would hope he is, but I'm cool. Safety was not bad. Safety play was not bad today. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it was not that defensive front could have helped out a little bit, but defense. I mean, I put that more in them corners, man. Them corners need to get their freaking head around and play better on the ball. And then also, Kayvon, can we tackle someone at the goal line? Like, you outweigh the dude by 40 pounds. Jake says he wants to see TC. Jake, I want to see TC at quarterback, but guess what? They moved him to wide receiver. Dude's 5'2". He's 5'2", playing at wide receiver. It makes no sense. No sense at all. But yo, man, I'm up out of here, man. It is 10:41, and we are sitting up in this restaurant, and we're the losing team, so there's a bunch of 49er fans in here. We are a running team, y'all. If you saw what I posted on the page today, we are a running team. Slap yourself if you want somebody to be your quarterback who has not played football in 3 years. I don't care if his name is Joe Montana. I don't care if his name is Tony Romo. Slap yourself if you think anybody who has not played football in 3 years can come on this field and be better than the guys we have right now. And that also goes for Kaepernick. Slap yourself. Straight up, slap yourself. If you think somebody who ain't played football in 3 years gonna walk into an NFL field and be productive, slap yourself. And I'm not putting my season on the line for it. Jamie says, yeah, put my cousin back. Yeah. I mean, Donovan, I'm gonna be honest with you. After that interception and after that good coverage, especially on that run, when the kid caught the ball and then he just went down and nobody touched him, and he had the thought to go up there and touch him. Plays like that, those are called good effort plays. Those are the type of plays that get you more playing time. So I definitely want to see Donovan Wilson get more playing time this year. Candy says, I can't believe, man, it's just kind of what we do. We come to San Francisco and we lose to the 49ers in meaningless games, and then their fans say, this was our Super Bowl. That's what he said, man.
Our 49er fans said that?
Yeah, he said, this was our Super Bowl. We may not make it, but this was our Super Bowl. I'm like, all right, whatever, bro.
Wow, that shows a lot of confidence in you.
Yeah. But, hey, man, I'm going to tell y'all this right now. If I'm Dak, Dak is worth more now. Why? You want to know why? Because who you going to be your starting quarterback?
Right.
Who you going to be your starting quarterback? Dak worth $34 million after that. If I'm Dak, I'm buying Cooper Rush and Mike White a pair of Adidas, because they just earned you some money. Their play earned you some money, DAK. All right, man. I'm up out of here, man. You already know what it is. It's your boy West Coast. I ate that. And I'm going to be live in the morning, so make sure you guys tune in. You guys already know what it is. Never look down because the stars up. Peace.